Hey folks, it's me, Michael Bach, and this is Monday Morning Musings. Happy Monday. I hope this finds you well, safe, and healthy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. Please do remember to subscribe by clicking on the link, which is somewhere around here, to find out whenever I post a video, which is every Monday, sort of. I want to talk about something, but I don't want to talk about it. What I wanted to talk about today was NDEAM, National Disability Employment Awareness Month, which is October. And I can't believe it's the 18th of October and I haven't gotten around to posting this. But I can't talk about it because of something else. So I'm going to post a bunch of links down below. Check it out. We need to do so much more about people with disabilities in employment. The numbers are pretty staggering. The federal government needs to recognize October as National Disability Employment Month. Fill your boots. But what I don't want to talk about that I have to talk about is Dave Chappelle. If you're not familiar, Dave Chappelle, comedian, he recorded a special called The Closer, which was posted on Netflix or is streaming on Netflix. And it's gotten a lot of flack. And again, I'm posting some articles down below on that. In essence, he makes some very transphobic comments. And of course, the internet has exploded. And okay, so I got to say a couple things before I start. First of all, I'm a fan. I think Dave Chappelle is a pretty funny guy. And he's my kind of comedian because he's not afraid to push the envelope. He's not afraid to really, really dig in on some issues like racism and sexism and homophobia. So going into this, I'm a fan. The second thing I'll say is I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the special and I'm not going to. I'm not going to because I will only be watching it to see the part where he makes the comments about being trans, about trans people, and that in turn will make me angry. And frankly, this is just another click for Netflix. It's another dollar in their bucket, and so I'm not going to do it. And what you do is up to you. Watch it, don't watch it. In the special, Chappelle, among other things, he refers to himself as a true TERF, T-E-R-F, which stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist. This is a group of people who were assigned female at birth, who feel like there are only two genders, that gender is about biology, and this is the whole J.K. Rowling nonsense. And yeah. And this whole situation has me upset. The more I read about it, the more upset I get. In part because of Chappelle. I mean, why am I listening to Dave Chappelle for education on gender identity? You know, he confuses sex and gender in one clip that I heard, where he talks about how every child comes out of a woman. No, every child comes out of a person who was assigned female at birth, whether they come through the vagina or not. He confuses the whole situation. That just was infuriating to begin with. I'm more pissed off about Netflix, actually. That's really what I'm upset about. So Netflix's co-CEO, I'm not sure why he needs they need co-CEOs and they can't just have one do the job, but anyway, Ted something or other, what was his name? It doesn't matter. They have come out and said that, or he has come out and said that the special doesn't cross the line. And it basically because they're just making pant loads of money. They paid somewhere in the range of about $24 million. It was leaked, $24 million for that special. And apparently it is far and above like the highest rated thing they've got right now, outperforming Squid Game. And the kicker for me is I pulled up the inclusion and diversity page on their website. And the first thing you see is the statement that says inclusion on screen starts with inclusion in the office. But by posting this, by hosting, streaming, whatever you want to call it, they have created hostility towards trans people. Chappelle doesn't come out and condemn trans people. He doesn't, as far as I understand, this is what the clips I've heard, he doesn't say we should kill all trans people, but he denies their existence. He devalues them. He says there are only two genders, man and woman. And in doing so, he is giving permission to his fans to devalue trans people, which ultimately will lead to transphobic behavior, be it a transphobic joke or violence. And trans people, particularly trans women and particularly trans women of color, face extremely high rates of violence. In the US last year, there were hundreds of trans women of color who were murdered because of their gender identity. And as I'm thinking about this, it reminds me of a situation in 2010. And I talk about this in my new book, Alphabet Soup, The Essential Guide to LGBTQ2+ Inclusion at Work. CEO of Target, and Target was a very LGBTQ2+ inclusive organization at the time. And long story short, he made a donation to a very homophobic, transphobic politician. The internet exploded, boycotts, Lady Gaga was involved, cost them millions of dollars, and they have spent the past decade trying to scrape their way back into the community. And this is the type of situation that Netflix may face. They fired a couple trans employees already for speaking out. And apparently on Wednesday, there's supposed to be a walkout of trans employees. And the kicker is, you'll see this, I'm going to post the link down below. You'll see this on their jobs website. They not only have an employee resource group for LGBTQ2+ people, they have a trans employee resource group. They're going that much further, and yet they don't see the problem with posting a special like this. What this tells me is that the leadership of Netflix, in my humble opinion, doesn't get it. That ultimately the bottom line has to win. And they are sacrificing their trans employees, they're sacrificing their relationship with the LGBTQ2+ communities in order to make money. And I just think that's really sad. So, I'm no longer watching Netflix. I have made the decision that I am going to watch other streaming services. I have 47 streaming services, so there's always places to watch content. And I'm encouraging others to do the same. That there are other streaming services out there. Netflix doesn't have to have your $15 a month. We can use other platforms and send a message to Netflix that you have to connect the two. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't talk outside both sides of your mouth. You have to pick a side. Target learned that the hard way. And unfortunately, it appears that Netflix has to as well. The question is, what will other corporations do in terms of learning this lesson? You can't say you're for one thing and then do something else. Food for thought. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Please do remember to subscribe, like, and share this video. Just click on the link and share it with the internet. People will thank you. They will send you things. I don't know what things, but they will send them to you. Do connect with me on social media if you haven't already. I am at the Michael Bach on all the social media platforms, at least where I am, and pick up a copy of my book, Alphabets. No, it's this one. Birds of All Feathers, Doing Diversity and Inclusion Right, available wherever you buy books. Or you can go to michaelbach.com and click on the books to find out where you can get yours. Last but not least, my new book, Alphabet Soup, The Essential Guide to LGBTQ2+ Inclusion at Work, is available for pre-order right now. Yay! So excited. It's not coming out till March 29th, but you can get in on the game now. We have some amazing swag packages that you can pick up with the Be Your Fabulous Self swag pack if you pre-order. All the details are on my website. You can go to alphabetsoup.lgbt to find out more. Okay, I think that's it. Have a fantastic week. I will be off for the next couple weeks. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to sit by a pool in Palm Springs and isolate myself from the world, but I need to get away. So I will see you in 3 weeks for another episode of Monday Morning Musings. Bye.